All right, so now looking at how everyday Nigerians, are affected by the current economic challenges, how do you perceive the planned nationwide protest and its validity?
Well, my perception is that there is palpable pressure. There is very huge difficulties that citizens are facing. Cost of living is strangulating all strata of society, from the low class to the high class, from the low class to the middle to the high class. Everyone is feeling the pinch. And so it's very, very easy to mobilize people to come and express their anger at the cost of living and the hardship in the land. My perception is that it's a very touching period. It's a very volatile period. And so whoever is organizing the protest must be wary, because you also have a lot of people with very bad motive that are around, who are also facing the difficulties. They might unleash their evil intention on society under the guise of the protest. And even those who organize it might become victims, because the period is very volatile. And it's not time for any political advantage taking of the touchiness of people's feelings.
Okay, now speaking on, the House of Representatives trying to douse any form of protest, how will the allocation of 648 million naira and also the 50% salary cut by the House impact the most vulnerable populations, especially in terms of food sufficiency and cost reduction? Is it enough to make a meaningful difference at this time?
It's not enough. It's a child's play. That's why when we say that the legislators are earning humongous sum, their cost of their salaries are too much, now we will see the value of that salary in respect to the problem that our country is facing. And so, but I commend them for the step. It shows that they are listening. It shows that they understand that there is difficulty in the land and they have to do something at least. And this is just one of the steps they have taken in order to be able to show that they are very, very concerned. But it is nothing compared to what is required to assuage the pains of Nigerians.
Okay, now, aside assuaging the pains of Nigerians, will the 50% salary cut be enough to appease protesters instead, considering that these lawmakers have additional allowances and also running costs?
Well, my hope is that the salary cut should include all the take-home. If it's just about the basic, then it's become like a slap. And so, because people are very discerning and very understanding, so whatever you do should not be hypocritical. It should be seen to be true, genuine, and a true response to a dire situation. I didn't answer you when you talk about validity of the protest.
Yeah.
The protest is valid, but is it expedient at this time? The government is new, and the government have been taking steps. The government decided to save the country by removing the subsidy that everyone agrees to. The floating of the currency. These are all measures that the whole world, including opposition politicians, have applauded. What is wrong is that the government's response should be faster, should be quicker. The reason is government officials, they have to be swift, because what is going on is not as if government has no plan in place, but the implementation is sluggish, slow, and not reaching the very core of our people. They talked about bags and trailers of rice, and I was wondering, when they wanted to give out rice to 36 states, I learned that they gave out the same amount to every state. Does that mean that we have the same population in every state and the same need in every state? That tells you that it's a bit hasty not well thought through. And most of those rice might find themselves back in the market and in the hands of political foot soldiers that will not touch the core of the society. And the people that are coming out to protest, I learned that the protest is gaining momentum in the North because the North, over the years, have incubated poverty in a way that is unforgivable. And this is why you had Boko Haram, all the insurgencies that we are still dealing with till date. So the difficulties in the land is quadrupled in the North. And the North is a very dangerous, it's a keg of gunpowder just waiting for ignition. So those is a valid protest, but is it expedient?
All right. Well, I wish we could actually speak more on this. Quite an interesting and insightful conversation. But thank you so much, Theophilus, for taking time out to have your take on this particular issue.
Thank you for the opportunity to be with you on the news.